Hello, I'm NoxLumens, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing intelligence from HacktheBox. I've already gone through it a couple of times because I like to go through the boxes, and then I like to go through write-ups of the boxes, and then I like to go through the IPSEC video of the boxes. So, all of this is in preparation for the OSCP, and that is what I am studying for. That's what all of these boxes are for. These are from the TJ Nulls list. I'm going to go ahead and try and do it all without my notes. I may stumble and fall and need my notes at some point. So please give me a break there. But let's go ahead and start off with a Rust scan. And this is an old IP, but we're going to do 10, 129, 105, 198. So U limit of 5,000, address of this address, tac, and then I'm going to do default scripts, default enumerate versions. Output to the nmap format into a file called nmap.md. And because it takes so long to run, I've already run it, and it's over here on the right hand side. We can see that we have DNS open, we have 80 open, and it comes back. Where is it? It comes back with a few things. We see a title of intelligence. We see domain information of intelligence.htb. We see a common name of dc.intelligence.htb. If we take those, I've gone ahead and put them into my Etsy host file. We see them right here. So I've got them saved in there. Make sure that you do that for yourself, okay? Make sure that you put them in there on your own. Other ports that we see running, NetBIOS, Kerberos, port 80 is running, LDAP's running. We're going to come across, there's 1RM. Where's SMB? SMB is open on here. There it is, SMB. Okay. So we know that all of these, all of these are running. So let's move on. So now that we've got that into our Etsy host file, we can do some stuff with dig. We can do like dig x 10, 129, 105, 198. And we get some records back if we do any at, don't search anything. And then we do intelligence.htb. We can see some records. So we have our A record, name server, SOA, quad 6, quad A, whatever, IPv6, IPv4. We can do all. Let's see if maybe any other records come back, and they don't. Something else we could do, maybe like text records. It'll only work if it, there we go. Yeah, so the only things that we're seeing are intelligence.htb and dc.intelligence.htb. From there, we could do some directory busting. We can do like brute forcing, whatever, directory searching with GoBuster. And I'm using dir mode. So GoBuster dir, the web address, allow follow redirects, and then I set my word list to directory list 2.3. Medium text, no errors, and then 50 threads. Go ahead and cut this short because the only thing that comes back are these document shares. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the website instead, which is here. So this is what the website looks like. We can kind of click around. It doesn't really do anything. This asks for an email address, but it doesn't do anything. We do, however, see some files here. So if we click on these, we see it looks like a bunch of lorem ipsum text. However, if we go into like document properties, we can see that there's this tag in here called creator and William Lee. If you are like me, you might think, okay, well, I can come through and take these and then use something like brute to validate that these are user accounts to see if they are user accounts. Something else that you might notice is that the URLs or the PDF documents, they have like a standardized name or format, right? So it's year, month, date, right? So something I did when I first went through was I just tried like 1111. Okay, not sure why it did that, but I did 1111. Yes. And then hopefully it won't redirect me again. I'm going to copy that in case it does. Cool. So I did 1111, and I feel like I kind of got lucky here because this is what led me to thinking that I could do some brute forcing, right? I utilized ChatGPT for this portion to help me write a Python script that would allow me to search through these domains and then pull everything from the beginning. What did I see? I saw this one. This was the earliest one that I saw, 1-1. So we started at 1-1 and then we ended at the current date. I do have a script here, search.py. I'll go ahead and open that up, search.py for you so that you too can see it and see what it does. So it's Python. We're going to import OS, request, date time, and sub processes. We're going to set the start date here, and then we can choose the end date. I think I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at 2023. That's fine. 2023 is fine. You can change it to whatever day. It's going to take a little bit longer for the scan to run. Actually, it's not because I've already run it. So anyway, let's keep walking through this. We're going to set a base URL, right? So this the path that we're actually searching, and then we're going to start iterating. So we're going to start with our start date, and then we're going to add 1 day for x in range of end date to start minus start date, add 1, right? Okay. And then for date in dates, here's dates. For date in dates, we're going to create a URL function, and then it's going to put the base URL in it, which is right here. It's going to then set the date, and then it's going to append dash upload.pdf. It's then going to look for a 200 response, and then it's going to write that to a file. Once it writes that to a file, it's going to use exif tool, and it's going to look for the field creator. We're looking for the field creator because of it appearing here, creator. So we know that it's going to appear here. And then we're going to download that. We're going to print it out to the terminal. So because it takes quite a bit of time to run, I've gone ahead and run the file, which I will show you here. We can cat PDF users.list, and we can see right here what it kind of looks like, right? So what we're going to do is try and pull out these username fields, right? Or these usernames. So we'll do something like cat PDF users.list, and then we will cut on a delimiter of that, and we will grab field 2, and let's just see what that does. We'll grab field 3. Then we will sort unique, and that's going to put them in alphabetical order, but it also gets rid of any duplicates that we might have and put them into a file for us. So now we have this, which we can put into a user list dot whatever, we'll call it user list dot list file. And then if we cat user list dot list, we get our beautiful user list. From there, just to validate that these are even a thing, we can do something like curb root. Can I curb root from here? I can. Okay. No need to mess around with all that. Enum users, right? Check this out. User enum. Okay. User enum. Please. User enum domain of intelligence.htb. I need to fix the DC because it's going to be 105, 198, and then we are looking for user list.list. I need to put it in the proper format. There we go. Here's our list of users. So we have 30 valid users. So we do know that they are all valid, which is a good and a bad thing, right? I did try, let's see. npacket. Is it get np users? Yeah. I tried npacket get np users to see if 105, 198 set our users list. I did check for users that have don't require pre-auth set anyway. And none of them did, which had me thinking maybe there's a way to, or maybe not all of the files inside that directory documents, maybe not all of them are lorem ipsum, right? And that prompted me to, with the ChatGPT once again, create this, which is essentially the same thing. However, it's going to just wget all of them. So import request, import wget, date time, time delta, or start date, end date, current date is the start date, while current date is less than the end date. We're going to set the whatever. We're going to set the path with the current with that date, and then upload. And then if the request equals, or if the response is 200, then we're going to wget it. Okay. So we're only going to download responses that we get a 200 from. So if we do Python search 2.py, we will see that we're going to download files. This is going to take just a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and pause one more time just so that to save you some time, and we'll look at the files when we get a second, or when they come back. All right, so it's finished. Let's take a look at our directory. It is absolutely full of PDF files. So let's do this. Let's head in 101. All.pdf. And we can see that, actually, I guess I can just get like a couple of lines. Yeah, we can see they're encrypted. So, or they're in the, whatever, they're in PDF format. So what can we do about this? We can put them into a text format with something like for file and all.pdf, do PDF to text. You might have to install PDF to text IDID file that we want, and then done. Let's see. The problem is here. For file and all.pdf, do PDF to text. File done. And now if we ll all.text, we can see we have all of those files, and then we can do head into all.text, and we can kind of scroll up and look through these. We find something like this. So let's take that, echo that, and that's just so that I can remember that it exists, and I need to look at it. And then let's see, we keep going up. Maybe we might find some more that's not in or lorem ipsum. We see this file from 2026. Okay, let's echo that. Actually, let's just open these up as we get them. We'll open that. We'll open, what's this other one? 06, 04. And then let's keep looking up until we see no more. And that's the end of it. Okay. So take a look at our files here. So internal IT update, we have a PDF here that says there's recently been some outages on our web server. Ted has gotten a script in place to help notify us if this happens again. Also, after discussion following our recent security audit, we're in the process of locking down our service accounts. So there are 3 things in here that we want to know, that we want to note. There's a user named Ted. Ted has written a script to help notify if there's been an outage on a web server. And because of the security audit, they are locking down their service accounts. One recommendation that you might make if you notice that somebody has they're like manually setting service account passwords, you might recommend something like a group managed service account as a way to prevent it, because prevent like brute forcing or something of that nature, or password spraying, because they are long, complex passwords that are randomized every X amount of days. Anyway, in this other PDF, we see new account guy. Welcome to the Intelligence Corp. Please log in using your username and the default password of new Intelligence Corp user 9876. After logging in, please change your password as soon as possible. I will tell you, this is very real world. My company does this. We don't have a PDF with our password in it, but there is like a standardized password that we have that we use for. Sorry, I'm going to pop this in here real fast. That we use to for like new user accounts, and we change it every so often, but it is there and it's there for quite a long time. So that's something to keep in mind. That new user accounts, there might be like some standardized password, right? So let's go ahead and cat that out. We'll cat creds, and then let's do kerbrute, and we're going to do a password spray this time with our users. So we're going to we're going to take the output and send it to a file called kerbrute.list. We're going to use 50 threads, intelligence.htb. I need to change the DC to 10, 129, 105, 198. And then this needs to change to our user.list. And then we have our, then we have our password here. So we should get this. And I must have done something. I've done something wrong here. There's a space. Root password spray 50 at user list. That looks right to me. Let's take a look at this. Intelligence.kerbrute, intelligence.htb. That is right. PC 10, 129, 105, 198. User list. Is that the right? What password do I have? Has to be the right password. Is it that? This need to be dc.intelligence.htb. Is that right? No. I guess maybe that doesn't matter, but see what we're getting here. HackV, is that an option? Aha. Clocks you to great. So let's go ahead and sudo rdate 10, 129, 105, 198. And now when we run this, we should get a user back. And we do. We get Tiffany.Molina, copy, which honestly, this kind of gave it away. Just the fact that like this is the only one, invalid password. All of these are just saying invalid password, but this one's like Tiffany is like, hey, clock's you too great, can't check or whatever. So let's echo this into creds. And then I'm not sure if I need this or not, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then let's cat creds.text. Shit. Well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because this is the one password that we need. And let's see what we can do. Netexec, SMB, 10, 129, 105, 198, TAC-U, Tiffany dot, what was it, Malone, TAC-P, Molina. Molina. See what kind of access we have. We can access SMB, so let's do SMB map. TAC-U, Tiffany.Molina, TAC-P, the password, TAC-H, 10, 129, 105, 198. And we should get back the info. And we do. We have read access to a share called IT, a share called users. We can do something like impacket, get GPP password intelligence just to check for C passwords. We'll let this run. It's searching. It's searching. There's no group policy password. I'm going to go ahead and tell you before this thing finishes that is the case. However, let's go ahead and do something like, let's do SMB client, TAC-U, Tiffany, and then let's go into users, dir, cd, Tiffany, and we can see our users here, right? Tiffany, Ted, administrator. So we're probably only going to be wanting to look at those. cd desktop, dir, more user.text for all you people out here for the user flag. There it is right there for you. So let's go ahead and exit it here because there is actually nothing else in there. I looked in like the app data folder. I looked in, there's a credentials folder. You don't have access to it. I tried checking around there. Let's go ahead and look into IT. And we'll dir, and then we see downdetector.ps1. Let us get downdetector.ps1. Exit out, and then open that up in Sublime. And convert this to something that is pretty. We can see a word wrap, and we can see what it's doing. So it's importing the Active Directory module. And then for each record in the domain DNS zone, where the name is like web anything, it's going to try to send a web request to that with default credentials, presumably Ted's credentials here, because Ted's the one that set up the script. And then if it returns a 200 code, it's going to, if it doesn't, sorry, if status code is not equal to 200, then it's going to send Ted an email. When I saw this initially, I thought, well, maybe I can poison this in some way, shape, or form. So I went around and did some Googling, and I came upon, let's see. Yeah. LS TAC LA opt. I came across KRB relay x.py. And I have it open, I think here somewhere. Here it is. If you wanted to see the GitHub page, it's Dirk Janum, KRB relay x. And we're going to be using the DNS tool.py. So what we're about to do is create a DNS entry into the Active Directory integrated DNS zone. This is a default option. There are ways to like get rid of it. and prevent it from happening. Set up like secure dynamic updates, whatever. But there are ways to prevent this. You may hear thunder in the background. It's storming outside. There are ways to prevent this from occurring, but we're going to do ADIDNS poisoning. Let's drop some of these tabs. And the way that we're going to do that, opt, not with kbrute, but krelay, dir. We're going to do it with Python. DNS tool, we're going to set our user to intelligence. Tiffany Molina. Actually, before I do this, let me just pull up Python 3 DNS tool.py h. That way you can kind of see what's happening. So we're going to set the username. We're going to set the password. We're going to set the target record. And if you recall, it was in the PowerShell script, web anything. It's searching for, where is it? Right there, web all, web asterisk. So really, we should be able to put anything after the word web. So web, I chose NoxLumens.intelligence.htb, and then we're going to say is tac A, and we're going to add, which is up here somewhere. There it is. Add or A, and these are all of our options: add, modify, query, remove, resurrect, LDAP, delete. And then we're going to set the record data, and we're going to set it to. Type of the record. We're going to set an A record. That's IPv4. If it was quad A, that's IPv6. But we're going to set an A record, and then the record data is going to contain our address and the DC address. So if we run this, connecting to host. And the problem here is that I didn't change this. 105, 198. We should be all right here. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. From here, now that our record is made, we should be able to start up responder. Responder, tac I, 10-0, and we should be able to get a callback. If you recall, this script is scheduled to run every 5 minutes. So this may take a little bit of time to run, which is all right. I'll go ahead. I'll pause this after this, but it could take up to 5 minutes before we receive a callback, if we even receive a callback, right? So I'll go ahead and pause, and I'll see you in a second. Awesome. So we just got our callback, and we can see we did in fact get heads mtlm v2 hash. So we can take this and we can get out of here. We can echo that to ted underscore hash. And then with John, we can crack that. So we'll crack ted hash with user share wordless rocku, and it won't take very long to crack it. It's pretty quick. So now we can see here that we can echo Ted, and Mr. Teddy is Ted's password. We can put that into our credentials file. And now if we cat creds, we've overwritten our others for some reason. Oh, because I'm not in, because I'm in KRB relay. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's take this out of here. ls, is that in here? Remove Ted's hash. Ooh. No, let's move Ted's hash to documents, HacktheBox, intelligence, dub. Yeah, and then let's remove creds.txt, and then let's CD ourselves to intelligence, dub, ls, and then we'll echo that to creds.txt. Because I'm not sure if I need these or not, I'm going to do it, and I just overwrote it, which is exactly what I did not want to do. At creds.txt. Okay. Well, luckily I have it up here. Still, there it is. Copy. And that's, sometimes it's not, it's better to pay attention. Okay, there we go. So cat, now if we add creds.txt, we've got both of our stuff in there. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now let's see what we can do with all that information, right? Let's see if we can SMB map you Ted.Graves IP Mr. Teddy. 10, 129, 105, 198. I'm missing the host. There we go. And we can see that he has the same amount of access as our other users. So let's do something like, let's use BloodHound Python. And we're going to pull back some data and just kind of review it in BloodHound. Should already have it. Let me get it running here. I have Neo4j running. But let me get this. Let me get BloodHound running. Excellent. So with BloodHound Python, we'll do the domain intelligence.htb name server is the name server here. We're going to use Tiffany with her password, the domain controller of dc intelligence.htb, and then we're going to zip the files up. And everything permitting, we should not have any problems here. Yes, exactly. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now let's go ahead and upload that. Documents, HacktheBox. Come on, baby. Intelligence, dub, and the zip file. We've got that going. It's processing. We'll clear that out. And then if you hit search nodes and hit enter, we should be able to see our accounts. And let's do some searching. DBA.intelligence, sysadmin. Let's look for our 2 users that we know we have. We can mark Ted as owned. We can mark Tiffany as owned. Now let's do some looking. So let's see what she's a member of. She's a member of domain users. And about it. Let's go back again. Look at Ted. Ted. We have Ted. If we click on him, let's see what he has. He's in IT support and domain users. We can mark IT support as a high value target. And then shortest path to here. We can see what we can, shortest path to there. Okay. So we see Laura Lee. We can do, let's check out shortest path from own principals. And we'll choose Ted initially, nothing. Shortest path, Tiffany, nothing. Shortest path to domain admin from, oh wait, well, yeah. Shortest path to high value target. And we get some crazy looking stuff here. So we have IT support, admin. The rest of this is looking pretty normal. It's hard to see. Only administrator and our people are not a part of any of these groups. Let's take a look at IT support. We'll see direct members, which we know are Lauralee and Ted. Let's look at unenrolled members. Again, we hit Lauralee and Ted. We look at first degree object control. We can see that this account has read GMSA password set. So we can mark this as a high value target, and then let's look at this. Shortest path to here. Shortest path to here from owned would be Ted. And then let's go back and take a look. So because Ted's here, he's in the IT support group, we can read the group managed service account password for this account. And because we have that knowledge and we have credentials for Ted, let's go ahead and grab that with netexec. So we can do netexec LDAP 10 129 105 198 u ted.graves password of mr.teddy, and then I'll show you this. So we'll tac h and we can see the modules. So GMSA, enumerate group managed service account passwords. We'll go ahead and dash GMSA, and it should come back, if we're lucky, it does, with the NTLM and the computer account. So let's echo SVC underscore INT $. The $sign is important here. And then we'll put that into what am I missing? Oh, I put a double quote and then a single quote. There we go. There we go. Okay. And we can cat creds.text. And we can see that we have that. Essentially what we can do now is a silver ticket attack. Where we can request, whatever. We can do a performance silver ticket attack and impersonate the administrator, which is exactly what we're about to do. I know this looks a bit messy, but we've gone from Tiffany to Ted, from Ted to SVC int, and now we're gonna go from SVC int to do I hold this up? I'll close it out. SVC int to administrator. So let's go ahead and get a silver ticket with InPacket. So InPacket get silver ticket. And the service principal name, we're going to use dc.intelligence.htb. We're going to impersonate the administrator account. We're going to set our domain to intelligence.htb and the service account, and then we're going to use the hash. And we can just use the same thing for NT and LM. So now we should perform this and we get it. And now we can export our KRB5 CC name into administrator.ccache. And now if we do something like InPacket exec, we should be able to get in as who am I? NT authority system, baby. Which means that we have access to C users, administrator, desktop. There, and then we can type root.text. Can't type. We can type root.text. Excellent. I actually had a lot of fun with this one. I didn't find it all that difficult, but I really enjoyed getting to use like ChatGPT and scripting and like bash scripting. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun just playing around with all of that and pulling out files and using sed and cut and grep and so on and so forth. awk, all that good stuff. I don't know. This one was a lot of fun. I had a whole lot of fun doing this. I hope that you also enjoyed it. And if you did, let me know in the comment section down below. You know, you might want more of this. And if you do, why don't you go ahead and click on this playlist? And if you don't want to watch this playlist, then how about you click on this video here instead? Cannot wait to see you in the next one. I hope that you learned something today like I did. And you have a good day wherever you are. Bye.